Caroline awakens after the night she spent with Damon to find bite marks on her neck. She tries to escape from her room before Damon hears her, but he thwarts her attempt and attacks her again. Bonnie worries about Elena being with Stefan after the bad feelings she had when she touched his hand. She tries to talk Elena out of committing to dating him, but Elena is not convinced, and instead she arranges a dinner at her place where Bonnie will have the chance to know Stefan better and see that there is nothing wrong with him. Vicky invites Jeremy to a concert as friends. But he becomes angry, because he wants to be more than her friend and, out of frustration, he accuses her of only sleeping with him for the drugs. Tyler picks on Matt for his lack of action as Elena and Stefan grow noticeably closer. When Tyler throws a football at Stefan's head in an attempt to make a fool of him, Stefan deftly catches it, surprising everyone. Elena suggests that Stefan should join the football team in order to make friends, something that Stefan does even though at the beginning he is not very positive to the idea. Stefan asks Mr. Tanner to let him join the team, but Tanner refuses because Stefan embarrassed him during history class. But Mr. Tanner lets him try out and, impressed by his skills, lets Stefan join the team. Meanwhile, at cheer practice, Caroline shows up late because of Damon and Elena messes up the routine and eventually stops to watch Stefan play football. Elena and Bonnie prepare the dinner while waiting for Stefan, and Bonnie tells Elena that she keeps seeing the numbers 8, 14 and 22, but she does not know what they mean. Stefan arrives, but the dinner is awkward until Elena mentions that Bonnie's grandmother claims that their family are witches that come from Salem. Stefan tells Bonnie that her family heritage of witches is something to be proud of, and Bonnie becomes more comfortable around Stefan. Caroline and Damon arrive unexpectedly, and Stefan tries to convince Elena not to invite him in the house, but she does not listen. During the evening's conversation, Damon makes a cryptic comment referring to their past with Catherine. Elena guesses that Damon also loved Catherine, surprising him by expressing her sympathy for him having lost her too. Meanwhile, Stefan confirms his suspicion that Damon is feeding off Caroline and attempts to convince him that humans are not to be used as toys. In response, Damon reminds Stefan that he has been invited into Elena's house, and he can come back whenever he wants and do whatever he wants. He comes back in the evening and invades in one of Elena's dreams. Stefan ponders how to make Damon see his own humanity, and how to protect Elena. At the football game, he gives her a necklace with vervain in it so Damon will not be able to affect her. Prior to the game, Mr. Tanner gives a pep talk that highlights Stefan's talents, infuriating Tyler. A drunken Jeremy attacks Tyler because of the way he treats Vicky, and a fight ensues between them. Stefan attempts to break it up, but he cuts his hand. Elena sees his injured hand, but when she tries to check on him, the wound has already healed, making her suspicious. This suspicion leads Elena to question Bonnie about her strange feelings she has for Stefan, and Bonnie tells her that it felt like death. Damon follows Elena to her car and attempts to compel her, and then he tries to kiss her. Elena slaps him and reminds him that she is not Catherine. Damon figures out that the necklace Stefan gave her contains vervain, and that is why he was not able to compel her. He confronts Stefan and threatens to harm Elena. Stefan tells him that no matter how tough he is trying to be, he still has humanity in him. Damon, to prove him wrong, kills Mr. Tanner before his eyes. Matt discovers Mr. Tanner's body and calls for help. As the ambulance takes away the body, Bonnie watches in shock when she sees a sign for Building 8, the number 14 on a license plate, and parking space 22 where Mr. Tanner was killed, the three numbers she was seeing the whole day. Elena is confused and upset by the evening's events, and Stefan assures her that they will be fine. After what happened, Stefan later writes in his journal that he is now convinced that there is nothing good left in Damon and that he must be stopped. At the same time, Damon is in Elena's room watching her sleep, hinting he may have some type of feelings for her, but he leaves just as she wakes up.